RDTDaily.com presents a Tarabuster with comedian Tara Devlin.
All right, what's up, guys? Thank you for hanging out. This is Tara Devlin, unapologetic liberal talk on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, and humanity. And yeah, we hang out here every Friday evening in the 8:30 p.m. vicinity, like now. No cats yet, Jim. I see Jim on the chat. And Haiku and Richard, thank you guys. I'm sure more people will show up. Thank you. Thank you for your super chats already out of the gate. Thank you, Jim. Of course, as always, putting the cover charge on the bar. I got 3 cats out here. Oh yeah, we got cats. See? Wait, which way? There's the producer sleeping in his spot. Ray's over there. Francis is in the kitchen. Hopefully, we'll see. I got Spicy and Salty in the bedroom. The two little kittens they're coming along, I think. I don't know. I hope. So actually, I haven't been feeling well, and one of the listeners reached out to me on our Discord page and said that maybe I have cat scratch fever. For real. Because I was scratched by Spicy. And yeah, that could be. But I don't have all the symptoms of cat scratch fever. I just have some of them. Yeah. Uh-oh, the producer's waking. Oh, shit. I could see him, too. Yeah. Don't look him in the eye. He might come over here. He will if I look at him. Just don't. Yeah, I think he's thinking about it. So, yeah, maybe I have cat scratch fever. Wouldn't that be... That's how I'll probably die, anyway. Somehow an animal will do me in. It's like there's a woman, actually. I always think about her. I can't remember her name. She lived in Queens, though. And she was a big animal rights person. And she got... some couple of dogs were fighting. I don't know the whole story. Somebody told me the story. I didn't know her personally, but she she tried to save somebody from being mauled by a dog, and then the dogs turned on her and killed her. So I said, yeah, that'll be me. That'll be me. Somehow. Maybe these 3 will all team up. No, they wouldn't. Maybe Salty and Spicy. All right, let's not talk about this. We only have a limited time on Fridays, too, because I have to stick to the plans, man. So if you can become a patron, please do at patreon.com/TaraDevlin. That'll help keep the show going and growing. We are, I don't know, whatever. I'm sick of saying it. You're sick of listening to it. It's okay. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll be like Tom Hartman. And I was just very happy to have Tom on the show the other day, so it gives this show a little bit of cred. But, okay, so we're having Poppy Champlin's going to be calling in soon. I needed some backup tonight since this cat scratch fever has me down. So, but there's never a loss for words, Oh, the producer's behind me, guys. So don't everybody shh. And thank you, Jim, for your super chat. And thank you, Richard W, for your super chat. Another great show, Tara. Thank you, guys. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I just wish we would get more patrons or something. We're losing patrons. Whatever. I don't know. I hope everybody's all right out there. Let's see. Where do I begin? Fuck it. I'm not going to do the plugs. You know where to find the show. Just become a patron if you can. Patreon.com/TaraDevlin. But if you want to chat tonight, come to youtube.com/C4channel/Tarabuster. And that's that. So, where do we begin? Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that Matt Getz is slipping and slithering out of his sexual, sex trafficking charge, because apparently the the people that they had to drop a dime on him, so to speak, were not credible. Oh well, Yeah, I know. Errol on the chat says Cat Scratch Fever and other Ted Nugent songs I quit listening to after finding out he's a Republic clown who loves Trump. I know. Just the term Cat Scratch Fever. Well, everything they touch, they ruin. I mean, not that Cat Scratch. I mean, Cat Scratch Fever is kind of a cool name, I guess. If you had to have a fever, why not have it be Cat Scratch Fever? But it's an actual thing. Except that Ted Nugent had to take. Ted Nugent's a sexual predator too. He's a pedophile. I'll go out on a limb there. But they think that's their birthright as white men, right? That's what it is. They don't. If they do it, it's not disgusting. It's not. You can't criticize them, because they're just being fulfilling their birthright. So anyway, whatever. I hate him, legally and peacefully. So I wasn't going to talk about Matt Gaetz. It just is very disappointing. Let's just move on. I don't know where to begin because Poppy's calling in soon. But let's just start with the Republic clowns unveiling their plan. They came out with a plan today, and then they removed it from their website because that's how they roll. They have no plans. You understand? It's all culture wars shit. It's all targeting and vilifying whatever minority group du jour they can get the most bang for their buck out of. That's their plan. The plan is they don't have a plan, and in the meantime, they'll undo anything that the Democrats do to advance democracy and promote the general welfare and to put e pluribus unum into action. That's their plan, to roll everything back. Right back. And I always say, right back. They're not just rolling back the New Deal or the Progressive Era. They're rolling back the goddamn American Revolution. They were doing this long before Trump, but now the cat's out of the bag. There's a lot of cat metaphors happening. And the freaks, they're letting their freak flags fly. And I'm frankly sick of it. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of their bullshit. And I'm to the point of bring it on. Bring it on. Trump is a con man. He's a mob boss who doesn't directly tell people to go out and commit violence. And he beats around the bush and gives himself plausible deniability, saying things like, oh, people aren't going to like it. It's going to be really bad, like no one's ever seen. When the people are going to react like no one's ever seen. That's the marching orders to the QAnon crowd. And he has gone full QAnon now. He's embracing this QAnon. And it's cynicism, really. What did I say? Is that a word? Cynicism. It is. He's doing it because he's a narcissist. He don't give a shit. He's doing it because that's the crowd that wants to, considers him a god, which is to me, it's baffling. Of all the gods you can pick, you're going to pick that one? You're going to pick that one, right? Errol on the chat. The real mob bosses would really have Trump rubbed out. He wishes he was a mob boss. That's the thing. He admires people like that. He admires Putin. He admires somebody who can steal elections and then rewrite the Constitution to ensure that he doesn't have to leave, even though the people want him to leave. Get the fuck out of here with these autocrats. I'm so sick of it. Isn't everybody sick of it? I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the greed. I'm sick of the manipulation, the way that they twist these QAnon morons. And that is really the most disgusting aspect of it all, if you want to think about it in a humanitarian sense, because they they know they're not dealing with people who have a lot going on in the mind. They're not that smart. They're easily led. They're easily manipulated. They really should be spending their lives, their limited lifespan, doing something they enjoy, right? Not being triggered into thinking that they're under attack constantly, that someone's coming for them. And who is the someone? It's people with darker pigment. That everything is is chaos, where they should leave people alone to live their lives in peace. Hold on. But they don't. They don't leave people alone because they hate people. They hate democracy. That's why they hate democracy, because they hate, they really do disdain the voters. They disdain people who vote for them because, look at that, that's how they treat them. They have no respect for them. If you respect somebody, you don't lie to their faces constantly. You don't turn them into a mob. You don't make them throw their lives away. Notice who's rotting in jail now. Not the criminals at the top, right? Who's rotting in jail? All of these January 6th traitors. Steve Bannon gets a pardon. Roger Stone, he gets a pardon. The other ones beg for pardons, like perjury traitor Green, and Matt Gaetz. The one I can't take it. I can't take it. When is they gonna get what's coming to them? And, okay, so just to show you, Nick Fuentes, he's a Nazi. He's an open Nazi. And it's, as my mom always said, you want to know somebody, look at their friends. This is Nick Fuentes. He's not a fringe character anymore in the Republican Party. This is the Republican base. It is the old Lee Atwater tactics going on that the buzzwords, but the underlying message is the same. Like Lee Atwater said, you bet. I'm just paraphrasing. I won't say the word, of course. He says, you at one time you say N-word, N-word, N-word. But now that works against you. So you say things like forced busing, and you say things like whatever, I can't remember off the top of my head, the initiatives or affirmative action or whatever it might be. And then the bottom line is blacks get hurt worse than whites. And that's what you're telling people. And keep in mind, now that's Lee Atwater. They still operate under those marching orders, of course, because they've never changed. Their whole agenda is to destroy democracy. They hate multiracial multiracial democratic republic. They hate it. They hate the nation of immigrants, clearly. They hate democracy. And here's Nick Fuentes. Now, keep in mind, you think he's an outlier. Not too long ago, Rudy friggin' Giuliani was quoting and reposting things from Nick Fuentes. Quoting Nick Fuentes when he was trying to say, justifying his stance that it was actually Antifa who attacked the Capitol. A stance that frequently changes. It's so funny to me how the corporate media, and I mean funny like I want to puke, the corporate media goes along with Republican, the ever-changing Republican excuses without ever really pointing it out, it seems. If it's Antifa, why are you so concerned then? How they're being treated? They're political prisoners. Oh, anyway, so here's Nick Fuentes letting the cat out of the bag.
We need to have something like a white uprising politically speaking, gain control of social media, maybe just get rid of Congress altogether after that happens. Here's the pathway.
You see, then this is a person who calls himself a patriot, all right? And this is a person, the mainstream Republicans, Perjury Trader Green, spoke at the same conference as this Nazi. So there's no, I know that Joe Biden has to keep the classifications, the MAGA Republicans and the normal Republicans. And I was watching Joe Biden today give a speech, and I don't know. I guess I can't ask for him, to really lower the boom. Maybe I can. I don't know. It just seems like it's the denial, he mentions the fact that Republicans are always saying how, I thought you were going to unite the American people, and then you say how the MAGA Republicans are fascist, semi-fascist. And he once again said, I'm not talking about the normal Republicans. I'm talking about the MAGA Republicans, who are the election deniers. And now 60% of the American people let me try to get this stat right. Those who will go to vote in the midterms, 60% of these elections will feature an election denier. So I don't know if I said that properly, but you know what I mean. So 60% of the American people, when they go to vote, will have a choice of an election denier on the ballot. And these are the Republicans. They don't care. That's why they don't have an agenda. Their agenda is to go with the flow, whatever they can vilify, whoever they can vilify, whatever fissure of disunity they can tickle and add salt to, whatever tactic they can employ to tear this country apart, that's what they'll do. And Nick Fuentes, these Republicans go on his show, they go to conferences with him, they quote and reshare his memes. Exactly. Haiku on the chat says, anyone else getting a gaydar blip? Oh yeah, these are incredibly closeted and repressed people. They're sick. They need to get the help that they are screaming for. They should just get help instead of inflicting your manias on society. But they don't have the courage to seek help. They don't have the courage. So they'll kick down on people trying to just live their authentic lives. They will. That's how they'll spend all of their ugly energy, not doing anything good. Have they ever added anything decent to society? Absolutely not. That's a challenge that's open, as it always is. Please, if somebody knows of a Republican who's done something good, decent, we'll talk about it. We'll mention it on the show. Show me a Republican, show me a policy, something, a Republican doing something for their country, for their community, that isn't, they're just a bunch of liars. They lie because their entire agenda is exactly what Nick Fuentes is laying out, and they can't say it outright. Some, funny enough, some of them are like Fuentes, which makes you wonder when will we get to the point where it's just okay, we hate democracy, we want Trump to be our ruler ad infinitum. Hold on a second. My name's Tara Devlin. Be right back. All right, we're back. Tarabuster, unapologetic liberal talk. And we're listening to Nick Fuentes, a Nazi, a literal Nazi whom Republicans like to retweet and appear with. So hold on. Here, let's go on. He says, abolish the Congress. You know, the Congress that the founders fought a revolution to create. That Congress.
We have one more election where white people can make the decision. The white people got to make the right decision, and then Trump's got to get in there and never leave.
Little,
that, to me, at this point, is a pathway.
Bitch.
So it's time to shut up, elect Trump one more time,
pissant.
And then stop having elections.
That's always been the agenda. Shut up, elect Trump one more time, and then stop having elections. And he doesn't have to say, please become a patron, right? That guy. He gets well funded. And, I guess if I did that kind of shit, I would too.
The white people got to make the right decision, and then Trump's got to get in there and never leave. That, to me, at this point, is a pathway. So
the fact that he can say that and still have Republicans, appear with him or quote him. It is fascinating how Rudy Giuliani, where is it? Literally used him and hold on, quoted Nick fucking Fuentes. As if Nick Fuentes is an expert. I mean, look at him, too. That's the other thing about Republicans. Do they all have to look like little pissant, pipsqueak, little closet cases? Is that part of the whole appeal? Urging a white uprising. This is from news1.com. Nick Fuentes' pro-Trump video urging a white uprising reminds us how racists love the GOP. The story is about the GOP and why clear and demonstrable white supremacists keep flocking to it if the Republican Party isn't a party of white nationalism. Exactly. You're not a racist, but the racists think you're a racist. And the racists like your policies. The racists, the top of the heap of the racists are all in with your agenda. I mean, hello, you know them by their fruits. Loud and proud white nationalist Nick Fuentes has recently been seen on video advocating for a white uprising and apparently an orangey white supremacist dictatorship. And then it quotes the video we just played. For the record, this story is not about Nick Fuentes. Fuentes is just a white supremacist doing what white supremacists do. The fact that he's half Mexican-American notwithstanding, and that's another thing. It's like Stephen Miller, the Nazi Jew. It's like Jared Kushner, his great-grandmother fought with the resistance against the Nazis after escaping from the Warsaw Ghetto, and now he's all in with a fascist coup in the United States, with an orange prick who called Nazis very fine people and did nothing but enable the murder of a journalist, the horrific murder of a journalist in the United States. I mean, that's just those are just minor things. I'm sure the crimes are legion. Those are just the few, off the top of my head, I should say. So this story is about the GOP and why clear and demonstrable white supremacists keep flocking to it if the party isn't a party of white nationalism, because that's what they keep saying. Like when Trump said that AG Letitia James is a racist, right? Everybody's racist against them, against him. She's racist because you can't be a fucking racist unless you're writing legislation against Trump, holding Trump accountable for laws and crimes that he's committing. That's not being racist. That's being a goddamn patriot, a red, white, and blue American patriot who loves this country. Because now, really, being an anti-Republican is a patriotic imperative. That's the bottom line. Anti-Trump, being against Trump and stopping him is not just the decent thing to do. It is a patriotic imperative. It has to happen if we are going to survive. If this grand experiment in liberal democracy is going to survive. And they hate this country. They just hate it. And I'm not sure when, we'll see when Poppy's going to call in, but I wanted to talk about, too, Republicans tonight. What's his name? Kevin McCarthy, who desperately wants to be Speaker of the House. It's so pathetic. He, of course, kicked off this bid by sharing another fake quote from Abraham Lincoln. It doesn't have to be Abraham Lincoln. Republicans share fake quotes all the time. It's embarrassing, but they don't know how to be embarrassed. They don't have the self-awareness, or they're sociopaths who don't have the decency to know that they should be embarrassed for themselves. But so here, this former New York City mayor and disgraced Trump attorney and unintentional C. Monty Burns cosplayer, Rudy Giuliani, cited Fuentes. Yeah, this is it. This is what I was referring to. While lying about Antifa members causing January 6th. The January 6th MAGA riot at the Capitol. Republican reps Paul Gosar and perjury trader Green have both been speakers and supporters of America First PAC. So it's not even that he was, that's what I thought I was minimizing it. It's true. It's a group run by Fuentes. So it's even worse. It's not that they were on the same bill, which was true. They were supporting his, they're supporting his cause, the America First PAC, which is what he just laid out, is an overthrow of the democracy that the founders fought a revolution to create and entrust to us. All right? Oh, my God. And they hate America. And it really does get under my skin, to put it mildly. And I have to recommend, I don't get any kickback for this, but there's a new podcast. I belong to the History Hit podcast. I'm a subscriber, and it's great. Dan Snow's History Hit. I really love it. And they just launched a new History Hit called American History Hit, and it's awesome. And I really encourage everybody to check it out. The first episode is about the Declaration of Independence, and it is great, and so palatable to, you could just be listening to it while you're doing your chores or whatnot, and like you're out in the back with Pa and Ma and little half pint doing your chores, and I really enjoyed the first episode about the Declaration of Independence, because I was like, I was thinking, I hope everybody listens to this, because they were putting it together like we do on this show, talking about the liberal age of enlightenment, the Enlightenment thinkers that inspired this radical document, the radical separation from the intergenerational aristocracy and monarchy. And they also call into fact, the hypocrisy of the founders owning slaves, and how the anti-slavery sections of the Declaration and the early founding documents were all taken out. I wasn't going to say taken out. They were all edited out of the Declaration of Independence because of another concession to the slave states. And we've been entirely too nice to conservatives all throughout. I mean, our entire, the entire dream of America, the only thing that's standing in the way of it is conservatism. And it always has been. Right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong or am I right? Right? You guys are funny. YouTube.com/see4channel/Tarabuster. Come and hang out in the chat room. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Say it happened again. Poppy Champlin.
Yo.
Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? We got Poppy on. We got a Poppy in the house. Pop.
It's a Tarabuster.
Yes, it is. We got a Tarabuster, and Poppy is here. Thank you, Poppy.
How many shows is this? Yeah,
a lot.
How many shows is this now?
I mean,
you are amazing.
I don't know. I'm not that amazing, considering I don't.
No, you got to be up into the 300.
It's more than that. I mean, I call the. No, it's much more than that. It's much more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fabulous.
Well, this is number 309, but that doesn't mean there's actually more. I don't know. I started doing the weekday shows, and I didn't number those shows. So, but only numbered the shows that go on Progressive Voices. So there's more. I was
close then.
No, there's more. It's got to be double that at least, or triple.
Oh,
even.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever. Who cares? But
Wow.
nobody cares because no one wants to become a patron. So what do you want to do? Not no one. I mean, I don't know what.
You got your special fans on here.
I do.
Haikus on here.
Yes.
Paradu. These people are you got some hardcore fans.
Yes.
Errol Thomas, Winston
I know.
Smith.
These
guys. Jim Adelberg. I mean, should I say these guys' names out loud?
Yes. Why not?
Yeah.
If I got to be targeted by, I got.
Yeah.
If I got to be targeted, they do too.
Right? Yeah, they do too.
It's true. Well, I got somebody.
Right.
I mean, I don't know who it is. It's I've had it happen when we're on the air. Getting prank calls from. They prank me. I don't know what that's about. And why I've played these pranks.
You must be
before.
getting famous. You must be getting famous, though, if you're getting that.
Right, that's
true.
Bit. Well, it makes me think. Why are you coming after me? This show, right? But it's
well, because there's not a lot of shows like you, man. I mean, you just lay it out there.
Really?
You don't pull any punches. I mean,
that's good.
Yeah.
And
that's
good. Thank
good.
you, Pop. Thank you. You're making me feel good.
Yeah.
When I'm doubting
you
myself.
Make me laugh.
Oh, thank you.
You make me laugh. Oh, yeah. Some of the things you say, oh, my God, it's awesome.
Thank you, Poppy. I got to have you on every night. More often at least.
Yeah.
Because I need the encouragement, especially, I don't know, my mind,
have it, man.
You know my mind. My mind has.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of have the same mind.
You got the stinking thinking sometimes.
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, we all do, though.
Yeah.
We all go there.
Definitely.
It's
right.
hard, especially
if
you don't have a girlfriend to tell you how great you are all the time.
It's true. I don't. Nobody wants me.
You know
what
what
do
I
you
mean?
want? I'm too amazing.
Well, you know.
No, I'm only kidding.
You are. You're very amazing.
That's nice. Thank you.
You'll find it. Don't worry.
I don't
You'll
know.
find her.
I'm kind of giving up on that. So I don't know. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I can't go around like feeling sorry or anything. I don't. I put that. Ugh, I used to go on Match.com like it was a second job. You know what I mean? Because
me too.
Yeah, fuck that.
That was crazy.
Ugh.
They don't show you any good people unless you premium up. You know what I mean? You have to pay more to get good looking people.
Good looking. I know, right? I don't know. I've actually I was talking to somebody. You know, I've had not that whatever. It was like weird shit happened. Like I was talking to some girl, and then everything was nice or whatever. Yeah, I never met her though. It was just chatting, and then talking on the phone.
A dude saying it was a
no,
girl.
I mean we talked on the phone too, but then she just. I don't know, like disappear. Yeah, like shit like that will happen. Like, but
she found somebody else.
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. I don't care at that point.
I know.
Right.
That's what happened.
I guess. Fuck her.
So then she goes, and you know how women are. We can't talk to two at once because that's cheating on the other one.
Right. That is true. That is so true.
Ridiculous. Men can do it so much easier.
That's true.
They can multitask with women so much easier.
That's probably right. Yeah, you're right there. Anyway, whatever. I don't care. You know.
Yeah.
I just hate people.
I got off a match. I got off a match and I went to Pet Finder and I'm much happier.
That is good. That is good. Is that in your act? That's a fucking good one.
Yeah. They matched me up fast, man.
I love that. That's good. I love that one.
But you know, getting a pet is not easy these days. You got to pay a lot. You got to meet them in the transport parking lot. They come from Tennessee, so the dogs are all fucked up and only have 2 teeth, and you know.
Exactly. That is so true. That's great. That's why I love Poppy. God, I love having you on the show. I need a break from my own brain for a minute, you know,
right?
And everything that's going on. It's just insane.
Yeah, because you're dealing with some hardcore, you know, and it fries your brain after a while. I think, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's. I want, you know, it wouldn't be as bad if it felt like there was ever any accountability for the horror.
Oh.
Right? I don't understand how the filth of the Republican Party, that they're even close anywhere. You look at Herschel Walker.
I know.
And in Georgia, and Herschel Walker and Reverend Warnock. And Herschel Walker can't even like put a fucking sentence together. He is the most like one of the most unqualified, and I would have to say one of the most. He's not even the most. I mean, they really do have a collection of clowns. These Republicans, they don't even care, because it's not about governing. It's about power. That's it. The power to destroy democracy. And they just want to put their pieces on the board, whoever they think can win. But I don't understand how anybody votes for them. How do you vote for Herschel Walker? How? He is dumb. Dumb. He should be like, I don't know. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
He played football and he got his brain
his
back
brain,
then, right?
He's something.
He's probably had 4 concussions. And,
more.
You know, he's probably only working with half of his brain cells, if that. And, you know, but he's got good pecs. You got to admit that. He got good pecs.
It's ridiculous. And there's going to be...
But that's what people...
Right. That's right. Yeah. He won the game or something.
He's a football player.
Yeah, he caught the ball. He won. And he's also
caught the ball.
Right. He's also a liar. What did he do? There was other things. You know, I mean, everything about them. They're just frauds, liars. Anything that Trump does, stealing from, just cheating on his taxes beyond belief.
Oh my God!
Beyond fucking
they were talking
reason.
about that on the news. They're talking about how Trump is frauding on his taxes, and meanwhile, I'm filling out my taxes
Right.
and adding $100 here and $100 there, and I'm
Yes.
like, oh no,
Right,
I'm
yeah.
doing it too.
Well,
But he did it with hundreds and millions
He did
of
it
dollars.
for-
I only did it with $100.
Exactly. He did. Everybody does. You round up or round down or whatever, right? But they always get you anyway. I'm always getting another fucking letter in the mail halfway through the year. Like we forgot this part, Then I have to owe them.
And you owe this now?
So that has happened. I've actually gotten a check back recently, even though I have to file my taxes this year. I filed an extension. They're due on the 15th, but
you got to get.
No,
going
I know.
on
I
that.
have it. I just have to send it to my accountant. I have to do it this week, but. I don't know. They've come back and demanded more money, but recently they sent me a check for $400, out of the blue. I don't know. I was
That's
nice. We fucked up. Okay, why you keep looking at my taxes? Leave it alone.
But they gave me unemployment was huge, right? They gave me this year I think something like $14,000 or $17,000 in unemployment this year.
Wow!
But
okay.
now I gotta pay taxes on it.
Well, you should always take
$473.
Huh? Yeah, but you got to take the taxes out when they get the unemployment.
I forgot. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I
hate that.
told them not to. So I was sitting pretty, man. I made a lot of money.
But then
from
you had
all
to
the
pay.
Unemployment.
Yeah.
Now
I would
I gotta
hate
pay.
that. Yeah, I hate that. That's why I always like to take the taxes out first. Wait, hold on a second, Poppy. We got the music. Hold on. We'll be right back with Poppy Champlin.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm going to go in the chat room.
All right, we're back. So, yeah, Trump, not just the way he defrauded the American people. For example, I know I'm only ballparking this right now, but it is in the ballpark. He quoted, for example, Mar-a-Lago at it being worth around $750 million. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it is actually worth $70 million. So that's a big fucking discrepancy,
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm not kidding. It's I don't know the exact number, but they're in that frame. It was 70 million to 750 million. I mean, he's got balls, even though in spite of what Stormy said, he's got he really
what did
doesn't.
Stormy say?
She said he has his penis is bizarre looking and and he knows it, and it's smaller than average. That's what she said. It's smaller than average.
All right, Stormy.
Yeah,
way
and
to
it
go.
looks like a little mushroom. That's what she said. It
Oh
looks
my
I know,
God.
right? Well, that's what you get. You're fucking a porn star. You know what I always felt? I felt bad for Stormy.
Hey, you're fucking a porn star.
Well,
I love that.
you know what? She told that story.
Could be a book.
Right? But she told the story that she went to Trump's apartment because he was offering her, he said that he was going to get her on The Apprentice, even though she was an adult film star. And she was like, okay. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
She thought it was a good opportunity that she could do something legit and instead of just doing porn. And she was he promised that he would be able to make that happen or whatever. And she went to his room or something, and he and this is what I always felt bad about her, because she said she went into the bathroom. And then she came out, and he was sitting on the bed, and he started patting the bed, saying, "Come here," right? And she
Sit
said,
here, honey.
"Yes."
Time for your audition.
Right. And she said to herself, "Oh no, here we go," right? And and that she she felt like she had to fuck him, like she couldn't say no. And I always felt bad about that, listening to that story. And she tells that story on whatever, she's been on like Jimmy Kimmel or whatever, telling that story.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, you don't have to fuck that guy. Like, but she just, because she's a porn star, it's just sort of like, I don't know.
Right. It's expected.
Yeah. And she's like, all
right.
right.
On The Apprentice.
Yeah. And she
did
just.
Did he get her on The Apprentice?
No. And she,
I mean, now he ought to be sued for that shit.
Right.
Too.
Exactly. Fraud. He's a piece
fraud,
of dirt.
More fraud in everything.
Right. Oh yeah. He is just disgusting. And of course, she said, yeah, of course, the sex. What was it?
Right.
It was like nothing. She underwhelming at best. She said, and it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He just wanted to. What? Go ahead. Sorry.
He probably has pimples on his ass too.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine.
He's disgusting.
I don't know why I went there. I'm sorry.
Pimples on his ass.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, he's vile. He's a vile old cretin. And but that whatever he did to have, it was just, he might as well have been masturbating. You know what I mean? Like it's all about him just jerking off into a porn star so he can say, I fucked her. Yeah. It's all about him, his prurient needs, which are bottomless. He's, what a vile waste of life. I don't know.
Did I tell you my theory as to where the secret documents are that they can't find?
No.
That would be so incriminating.
Ooh.
So incriminating.
Where are they?
Them. You know where they are? I know exactly where they are. They are in Ivana's coffin.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
where they are. Because she died very secretly.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Just all of a sudden she falls down the stairs right when he's going to be raided.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
Kill her. We'll bury all the good shit with her at the golf course.
I don't doubt
it. See people coming up with that? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
totally.
I've heard that theory before, but she.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I've heard that on some other shows or whatever. But she apparently, I don't know if this is true or not. She was she was cremated apparently. So why are they carrying this? Why do they need...
Oh, my God, she was?
Why do they need 10 guys to carry a coffin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You don't even
10
get
guys.
a coffin when you're cremated. You don't even get a coffin.
Why do you need one?
You get an urn, not a coffin.
Let me see. Let me look this up. Was Ivana Trump cremated?
I mean, if you put an urn in that coffin, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. It's on Snopes. It's saying that there is no evidence she was cremated. So okay. Yeah, it says unfounded. That's the because people are saying she was cremated. So why you got this coffin that needs 5 dudes to carry it?
You wouldn't do that.
I mean, not 5, 6, 10 guys carrying this coffin.
But, it's made out of gold or something.
Right. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's
an esophagus.
Right. Oh, God.
What's that thing? What's that called? The sarcophagus.
Yeah, sarcophagus. Esophagus. That's your throat. It's her throat.
I forget what they're called.
She's buried in her own throat. Oh, God. Why is it never Trump, though? It's always somebody else that's in the sarcophagus.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, that's what I can't...
Trump in a sarcophagus.
Right. Oh, that's what I can't see. My friend Michael passed away not too long ago, and I always think of him because, he's got to... I feel bad. He didn't live to see the end of Trump, and hopefully, if there is an afterlife...
To see it.
I hope I live to see it. Jesus Christ,
I
this
know,
is like a
I know.
nightmare. Will
I
it
mean,
ever
I
end?
love how your attorney general in New York is going after him. What's her name?
Yeah, Letitia James. She's great. Well, she hates him. They keep sharing videos. Oh, it's she's a political hit job. Political coming after me. Yeah,
What?
she hates you
Come
she but there's what are you doing with your she didn't put your hand on a document and make you value your apartment more than any other apartment in New York history. Okay? That's what he did.
Ever, right?
Yeah. Ever. Not you know, like the penthouse at the fucking Empire State Building is not valued in the same rate that he cheated on his taxes with. I mean, the greed is so bottomless and endless for him that it justifies the ends justify the means. He don't want to pay. He don't want to pay his fair share to live in a free society because he hates America. All he wants is, I mean, he is a fucking sociopath and a narcissist, a malignant narcissist. He is a horrible person, and calling him a person is I don't even know. He doesn't deserve it.
I mean. That would be a good show that people would tune into, if like Trump and the Therapist, you know, like he would never crack. He would probably, you know, how many therapists can Trump go through before he cracks?
Oh,
right?
please.
You know?
Yeah, well,
That would be a good one.
Yeah. Well, he would never, because it's everybody else's fault. He hates. He just, you know, everybody else is expendable, and every relationship in his life, because of his sociopathy, is a transaction. That's it. Even his kids.
A transaction.
Yeah, everything is transactional. His children, his wife. That's why he could never have a wife that is his own age, right? He had to keep trading up trophy wives because they, you know, you're nothing. You're not a person. You are only what you can do for him. And that is what sociopathy is. It's their world. We just live in it. We're all just...
I'm starting to feel guilty here.
Why? What do you mean? What happened?
Now I feel like I have sociopathy.
You do?
I gotta go get my sarcophagus.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You're like him?
I can't hold on to girlfriends. You know, like I always find something wrong with them, you know?
Oh, well, that's a different thing. That's not. That's something else.
I don't know what that is, but I don't like it.
I hear you. I have my own problems, too. But I know what mine come from, you know, my fucked up childhood. Hold on. We'll be right back. Hello, we're talking to Poppy Champlin, the amazing comedian. And this is Tara Devlin, Tarabuster. Become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. Would somebody become a patron? Somebody do something for me fucking tonight. Please. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. No, I'm kidding, but I'm not.
Awesome.
But yeah. But
I'm gonna be a patron. Shit.
Somebody should. I'm sick of this shit. I'm only kidding. There are patrons. I'm just.
How do you do it? There's super.
You gotta go to
super chat.
Oh, that's a super chat.
What is it? How else do you?
What?
Well, that's how you give money, though, right?
Yeah. Well, that's one way.
Money?
You could do that. You can do super chats. You can do, but patrons are people who are repeat supporters. You know, they're just. They're
how
keeping.
Do you do that? I don't.
You got to join Patreon. Some people can't. I don't know. Some people said they had problems joining. I don't know what that's about, but.
Well, why don't you tell us how to do it?
You just, what the fuck am I? I don't know. What am I? You go and you join. You join everything. Everybody joins everything.
You're the host.
What do I gotta like? What am I? Do I run Patreon? You sign up. You put your fucking your numbers and your digits in and shit, and then you put your name, your address. I don't know. Your email.
Where?
Patreon.com/Tara Devlin.
Oh, here it is. Become a Tarabuster patron.
Yes.
At Patreon.com.
I have to. Okay.
Tara Devlin.
Hold on a second.
Okay, I see it now.
I have to. This is another thing, and I hope people
donate to Tarabuster.
Yeah, I hope. I want everybody to understand this. I need to update the Patreon page because I'm telling everybody right now, and I have been saying, if you want a mug, if you're a patron, you want a mug, you have to send me your email. I mean, you have to send me your address.
If you want a mug.
Yes, I want to give people a little gift, because on the thing it says you'll get a door tag or something, but I'm not giving them out anymore because nobody wants that shit. So I have to update the page. But if you're a supporter, send me an email at tarabustermedia@gmail.com. And you need to give me your name and your address, and I'll send you a mug or whatever else you want on the Tarabuster merch page. And somebody on the Patreon page sent me a message saying, hey, I want a mug. But the thing is, I wrote back saying, you have to give me your address because I don't have the people's address on Patreon. It just shows me emails. So, okay. Does that make sense?
Huh.
You have to email me or send me a message on Patreon too. That'll send me a personal, a direct message on Patreon. That works too, with your name and address. Okay, motherfuckers.
All right.
Oh, I just received something from PayPal from somebody who just texted me saying they want a mug. Poppy, that's you. You want a mug? All right.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't
I'm
need
going to send you a mug.
I just wanted to
I got
see
your
how
address
it works.
here now. I got your address. Okay, good. I'm going to send you a mug. All right, everybody. How's this show? Let me see. Let's get some feedback to the people. How you doing, everybody? Yeah, this show's going off the fucking ledge now. So what do you want? What can I say? Yes. So my life, it was a shit show when I was a child. That's why I'm not in a relationship. That's all, and I know that for a fact. Yeah, and it's
that's too bad.
That's too bad. Let's go. Let's keep going. What?
Did your father beat you or something?
Why you say that with laughter in your? Did your father beat you? Oh, it was worse than that. I mean, no, I was never sexually abused, but I was. Well,
that's good.
There was some. At least I don't remember if I was. I mean, people sort of do.
Right.
Some people forget
you
it or
blanked
something.
that out.
I don't have that. But yeah, no, my mother was, she was kind of a narcissist herself. I have a little bit of experience with that. And my father was a very angry and violent man, yes. So he did physically abuse me as a child. And yeah, so I don't know why you find that's funny. But they could have did a friggin' what do you call it? After school special. But it was, see, I even hate saying that too, because when I was older, and I was in recovery then, and my father actually joined Naranon, like Al-Anon for Narcotics Anonymous, and he was a member of the local Naranon group, and he even had a coffee commitment and stuff. And he we worked on our relationship, and he actually apologized to me, which was pretty incredible. And we became very good friends, and I was always happy in the end, because he ended up getting Alzheimer's, and my mother got sick, and they both got sick at the same time, and that and at the time, because of being in recovery too, I was able to be there for them without the resentment, And,
right.
And I don't have any regrets in that department, which is good,
that's
you
great.
know? Yeah, because I know people that, I figured I had to really let it go, you know? I had to let my anger, my whatever, but even though, right, I know all of this, it's still, it's like, they installed the buttons, you know, so they knew how to push them, right? But those buttons are still there. That's the thing. So, and I know it. I know it. So, yeah, it's hard to overcome it.
Strangers can push the buttons by accident.
Yeah, and it's I guess that's probably I recognize that because of all the years of therapy and being in recovery and all that, but it's still, it is something that I've, I don't know if I've come to terms with it, but it is something I recognize. You know, I don't know, whatever. It's getting heavy around here. What? I'm doing good?
I think you've done good. Yeah,
I'm doing all right. As far where I came from, I think.
Right,
no, I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like being an addict, for years, and then I had I'll write a book or something maybe if I get a minute to breathe. If somebody becomes a patron or something, I don't know. I won't have to work like 80 hours a week.
No, I was just talking to a friend of mine, and she's like, "You know why you're not writing good jokes anymore, Poppy?" I'm like, well,
what?
I didn't say all that.
Right. What are you talking about? What a son of a bitch.
I wasn't writing good jokes lately.
What?
But she's like, you become too comfortable. You're too comfortable.
Oh, shut up. Who said that?
So good. You're comfortable.
That's not.
I'm like, no, I still got my problems.
Right. Exactly. We all do.
You know?
But who's telling you that shit? You've become too comfortable. That's what everybody says. You have to be struggling to. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't.
No,
you don't. You don't.
No, you can just watch TV and have a good, a sense of humor. But I do feel like my sense of humor, like, it doesn't come as fast. Like when you first starting out as a comic, it comes fast, man.
Right.
It's like every 2 seconds. That's funny. That's funny. That's
right.
funny. That's
Wait,
funny,
hold on
that's
a second,
funny.
Pop. Hold on, Pop. We'll be right back with Poppy Champlin. All right, we're back. Sorry, Poppy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, because I have students now, and this one girl, she's just coming up with shit all the time, and this, and how about this, and how about, I'm like, this is great. This is just great stuff. And like me, I'm like, well, my premises, they're coming, far and few in between now,
I hear you. And I haven't written any jokes or anything. I haven't been doing stand-up in a while, since the pandemic. So, yeah. But I know what you mean.
Wow.
Sometimes, I enjoy doing this show more, to tell you the truth, because I just enjoy it better than, I don't know. And plus, you reach more people.
Well,
and
it's busy.
You're
keeping yourself so busy with this. I mean, this takes a lot of work, what you're doing.
Yeah. And it's I mean, it is a labor of love, but also, it is work. That's for sure. And
totally.
But I wouldn't have done it different. I mean, look at all the amazing people we've met. Like Mark and Haiku and Paradu and Jim and Winston and Ed and right? Play Dave.
Yeah.
And Trucker John. And,
awesome.
Yeah. Who else am I missing?
They're there
here?
all the time.
Richard W.
I love it.
I know. We just got to find more of them. but the core, I'm all, whatever. I just wonder. I don't know. People want to be on the show. Like when Tom Hartman came on the show, they reached out to me, That's how
cool.
he became on the. I got an email from his publicist saying, "Would you like to book Tom?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." He's got the number one liberal talk show in the country. So.
Really?
Yeah. And Winston. Did I say Winston? Yeah. I'm just don't want to skip anybody out in the chat. Anyway,
Exactly.
whatever. What are we gonna do?
Well,
I can't
I don't
take it.
know.
I can't take it. So
I've been doing shit like, because I put music into my shows, and so
Yes.
now I'm like, let's see, I'll just give you one here.
Yes.
Bringing, what is it? Where is it? A pen program. It's bad enough we had COVID. Then we got to get fucking monkeypox. Now that shit looks horrible, right? Seeing people with those. Oh,
I know.
Horrible.
Yes.
I would love it if Trump could get monkeypox. Oh my God, that would be so awesome.
Yes.
But and now, not only that, now after monkeypox. Oh, and Fauci had just retired. I'm like, what? He's quitting now. You know that, right?
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Yes, Fauci. He's not going to be the head of the disease.
He's retired. He's
anymore.
quitting.
He's retiring.
After fucking 80 years. He's quitting on us.
Yeah, he was with 7 monkeypox, and he decides to retire.
Right. He's like, I'm out.
He was with 7 presidents, and that's enough. And he said he's going to go. He's going to go into this next phase of his career.
Really?
I'm like, he's fucking 80.
Right.
What the hell?
What's your next phase?
He's going to have another phase. He said, somebody asked him, what keeps him so young looking? And he said, oh, that's easy. That's hydroxychloroquine.
He said that?
Anyway.
Did he really? Did he really?
No, that's my joke. No,
I
that's my
wish
joke.
he did, because that would be the best epic troll. That's what that would be. That's great. Hydroxychloroquine. Bleach.
Yeah. So his neck, bleach and hydroxychloroquine. He's going to be a comedian. But now we got fucking polio.
I know.
Polio.
Fuckers.
What is going on?
Because
polio is coming back.
I know. It's the anti-vaxxers. It's these rotten Trumpanzees. Everything they touch. Yeah, they've decided that being an anti-vaxxer, that's great now. Yeah, it used to be that, which is so funny, right? Like the anti-vaxxers were the fringe of the left at one time. Now it's them, right? Sort of.
Yeah. So for polio to be coming back, that's like disgusting. That's like an old rock and roll band coming out of retirement and going on tour again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And Ozzy Osbourne is doing that.
Right.
Ozzy Osbourne is actually doing that.
That really?
And then I put the music on. Yes, and then I put the music on for I Am Iron Man.
That's great.
And it's crazy.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
if you haven't seen Poppy live, guys, you gotta, because it is an experience, and like you're saying, with music and singing and everything, it's like it's fun. It's a lot of fun and a great way to spend coming out of COVID retirement, really, right? People, but I have to say, a friend of mine went to a show, not a comedy show. She went to see a band or something, and she got COVID. Because here in New York now, well, people are just like they. I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna bite us in the ass in some form. I don't want to get. I never got COVID. I haven't had it. Have you had it?
You never got it?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yes, I had it, and a friend just called me tonight who I drove in my car with her on Tuesday, and she just said, I just tested positive. I'm like, what?
That's horrible.
And now, of course, I feel sick, and I'm drinking deer urine.
Oh, shit. Deer urine? What? Really?
Well, I have a witchy brew, deer urine, Alka-Seltzer, and, hazelnut coffee.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't want that shit. Because I don't want long COVID. I don't want that shit. Right?
I was just about to get my booster tonight. I was going to go get a booster tonight. My 4th shot, I guess. But I have class tomorrow for the first day of class, and usually I have I told you I have side effects that are wicked.
Oh, really?
Like
so
wow. Oh yeah, last time I started getting chills, and then I started getting a fever, and then my jaw I started to get lockjaw, and my teeth started moving around in my face.
Oh no!
I was
That's bizarre.
I was turning into the Wolfman. Yeah, that was weird.
So you were like, grinding your teeth? That's weird.
I don't know what was going on. They
That's
literally
scary.
felt like they were moving, and hair was growing on them. It was very strange.
Oh no! Was this at night, like when you were trying to sleep?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was over at a friend's house trying to watch TV.
Oh no,
that's weird.
That is weird and scary. I had a shot, and I got a little bit of a fever at night. When I was sleeping, I had like a low-grade fever. In the middle of the night, I woke up with it, and then when I woke up in the morning, it was gone. But I didn't have that bad of a side effect. That's pretty scary.
Good.
Yeah, and every time
scary.
you get it, every time you get the shot, you get it?
No, different one. The next time I got a shot, I just had to lie in bed for the whole next day.
Oh, wow. So you have to really plan when you're going to get the shot. Yeah.
Right. So then I decided not to do it.
You got to do it when you have a day off and 2 days in a row, right? Yeah.
That's right. Exactly.
Because I want to get the booster now too. There's the booster for the Omicron.
That's what I was going to get tonight.
Yeah, and they're saying that only 3 million people have this booster now. So this is what's gonna suck, and that's what I'm sure I'll get it eventually, because I'm talking about the fucking COVID itself, because everybody is just, we're over it, it's done, But
I know.
It's not. And now in New York City schools, they're not requiring kids to be vaccinated anymore, or to play sports, or to even attend. And the parents, they used to be, if you wanted to go to PTA meeting in person, you had to be vaccinated, and now they've stopped all that. So it's like, we're done. I don't know about
it. Seems like it's ticking up a bit in Massachusetts right now.
Exactly, and everyone is just sort of like,
go.
Right, and
I'm going to P-Town, and P-Town has fucking monkeypox too.
Oh, fuck that. Exactly. You got to be careful. This is like everybody's.
Ed the second in the chat went, "Booster is a Halloween shot." I love it.
That's good. Boo.
That's good.
Boo. That's funny.
Booster.
Well, we're talking to Poppy Champlin, the amazing comedian Poppy. So where are you going to be, Poppy? So you're doing a class, right? And
yeah. That's so awesome. You just called me Parpy.
Parpy? I said Parpy? I didn't realize that. Poppy Champlin.
Parpy. I mean, I've been
Parpy's
called a lot
a good
of things,
name.
But
I didn't mean. I must have been.
Like
it didn't mean it to come out like that. I didn't even realize.
No, I like it.
Parpy.
Hey, Parpy.
It's like a weird
That's
accent. Parpy Champlin. Parpy. That's a kind of cool name. Parpy.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Parpy.
So so the class starts tomorrow at the Pump House, and then that's going to go for 6 sessions.
Wow.
And then,
Wait, hold on, Pop. Hold on, Parp. Hold on, Parpy. Hold on.
Okay, Parp.
Hold on. Be right back with Poppy. All right. Sorry, Pops. There you go. It starts tomorrow at the Pump House. What's the Pump House?
The Pump House is this cute place in Peacedale, right over here where I live, and
in Rhode Island.
Do a lot of music. Yeah, in Rhode Island, a lot of music, and there's like music almost every night. All kinds of different little bands, and bluegrass, and all kinds of cool shit.
That sounds great.
Yeah, so I can run my class there during the day, which is nice, and I run the comedy show the second Thursday of every month.
Oh, that's great.
An open mic with a professional comic as well. And,
nice.
Yeah, and then I'll be in Rehoboth Beach in October 21st. That's not too far for you.
Wow. Where the hell is that?
Yeah, kind of far. Rehoboth Beach is like Lewis, Delaware.
Oh, Delaware.
Somewhere around there.
That's far. What are you
Delaware.
Talking about? Delaware.
That's kind of far. Yeah, I guess that's far.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're all gonna die anyway. So, sorry guys. I've been put in a mood. I'm in a mood now.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
I'm
Pop
gonna let you finish up your show and get back onto the hardcore.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some Trumpanzees misquoting.
All right.
Using spurious quotes. That's what I thought I'd talk about. In the long tradition of Republicans making shit up. That's what they do. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
They just make up quotes. Like Lincoln said, like Thomas Jefferson said, and it doesn't matter how many times they've been called out for it. They just keep doing it and repeating it. And, they all, it's fucking unbearable, really. So, thank you so much, Poppy, for hanging out. I really needed it. I needed your wisdom and your humor and your friendship and your encouragement. I really, really did and do.
Yeah, so, you're good. You're really doing good. Keep it up.
All right, my
friend. The fucking Russians are coming. So keep it up.
Oh, yes. We're gonna have to put on my Army National Guard uniform again if I could.
Right, I know.
Find it. So, all right. I'll talk to you later, Pop.
Love you, man.
Love you. Love you too.
Okay.
I'll see you soon. All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Poppy Champlin, Poppy Champlin. Wait. Why am I hearing myself? What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, shut up.
That's you, Poppy. Now it's coming back at me. That's why I heard myself coming back at me. Try the veal, Ed the second said. Never try the veal. Never try the veal. I know what you mean, though. All right, listen up. Will on the chat is saying, we love you, Poppy. Yes. Poppy it's like a poppy. We have to brand Poppy's appearances somehow. We'll have to think about that. Because we need that. We need that around here. We need the laughter. Does anybody remember laughter? Sometimes I forget laughter, really. I do, especially when I'm in my own mind. Thank God I bring you guys with me. So let's talk about, there's a few things. Did I even, yes, we played that Nick Fuentes quote, which lays out the Republican agenda, which is everything we're talking about, meaning they want to overthrow democracy, they want to install Trump, and that's the end of elections. But yet, he's got a pack called the America First pack. That's America First, right? Destroying democracy. It really is the balls, the hoppity-hop type balls to call yourself a patriot while destroying the very thing you pretend to be all about. But, Republicans, they lack they do lack the maturity and the decency and the courage to have any kind of self-awareness. So, let's see. Where is this? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, here it is. From the Daily Beast. The House GOP rolls out their agenda with a fake Lincoln quote. What the hell else is new? As he rolled out, who wrote this? Sam Brody. As he rolled out the first official Republican Party congressional platform in years, which is not a platform, of course. It's a vague bunch of trigger words. That's basically it. That put together to manipulate the dupes into thinking that trans people are using a bathroom somewhere, and that somehow should bother them. That should somehow that's their business. Whether trans people are where's their peep? Is a pee-pee? What kind of pee-pee is in the bathroom next to them? I don't know. At the top of a letter to Republican lawmakers thanking them for their contributions to the, quote, commitment to America. Yeah, we all saw that commitment, of course, on January 6th. And we see the commitment every time the con man standard bearer opens his filthy mouth and lets out a lie. Kevin McCarthy fittingly invoked the fevered... excuse me. Why can't I talk? Let me smack myself. Okay, I'm back. Fittingly invoked the revered father of the GOP, Abraham Lincoln, and anybody who knows anything about history and anything about the Civil War and Abraham Lincoln knows that Abraham Lincoln would revile these Republicans. He would hate them, and they would hate him. He would not be allowed in this Republican Party. He would be drummed out like Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger. There's no doubt in my mind. And please, all you have to do is know that the Republican Party was founded as the progressive antidote to the entrenched and racist, of course, at the time. We were talking about the 1800s, the entrenched Democratic power structure. The Democratic Party, the Dixiecrats, were the party of slavery, especially in the South, and the Republican Party, after, what was it, the Whigs, where Lincoln was a Whig, and then the Whigs went the way of the Whigs, and they created the Republican Party, and it was founded as a progressive party, as everything, standing for everything that the Republicans of today loathe. But of course, these are the same people who are spreading spurious quotes, so what the hell do they know about history? They don't know anything about the history of this country. The history of this country, they hate. That's why they have to make shit up. They have to rewrite it to fit their sick, twisted agenda. And trust me, guys, everything that this country was founded under or as was the antidote, was supposed to be the antidote to everything the Republicans stand for now. That's not changed. So, at the top of a letter to Republican lawmakers thanking them for their contributions to the commitment to America, the policy agenda they are launching near Pittsburgh on Friday, McCarthy included a quote attributed to Lincoln. "Commitment," reads the quote, "is what transforms a promise into reality. For McCarthy's purpose, it's a pitch-perfect message. There's just one problem. There's no record of Lincoln actually saying it." Well, that doesn't stop them. The quote appears on social media or inspirational websites attributed to Lincoln, but a review of historical records by the Daily Beast turned up no proof of where the beloved president said these words. Because he didn't say them. Why? If he said them, there would be a record of it. But Christian McWhirter, a historian at the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library in Springfield, Illinois, said he could find no evidence that Lincoln ever said those words. They don't appear in his writings, and I can't find them recalled by any of his contemporaries. McCarthy's office didn't immediately respond to questions about how they sourced the quote. They don't source it. They pull it out of their asses, and then it becomes reality. And this is a long, long tradition of Republican lies. And if you want to hear more, if you're on the Progressive Voices channel, come on over to youtube.com/C4channel/Tarabuster, because we're going to play some of these spurious quotes that Republicans love spreading. And you can also become a patron at patreon.com/TaraDevlin to keep this show going and growing. This is the real liberal media, the unapologetic liberal media. We will win. We're on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, and democracy. We stick together, we win. My name is Tara Devlin, and I'll see you soon. All right, we're back. I didn't realize that the time was ticking down so quickly. I wanted to play some of those quotes before the Progressive Voices audience, before we lost them. Let's see. Here's a where is it, man? Where is it? Here's a montage. It's a couple of years old. You'll see some of these freaks in the Rogues Gallery are no longer representatives, but you'll recognize the likes of Michelle Bachmann and whatnot. Here's a montage of Republicans sharing fake ass founding fathers quotes.
Rudy Thomas Jefferson, when the people fear their government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty.
That is bullshit. Oh, bullshit meaning he never said that. Never, ever, ever. But that does not stop Republicans from continuing to share it.
The Constitution is not a tool for government to restrain the people. As Patrick Henry said, it's an instrument for the people to restrain the government.
What the fuck are you talking about, bitch? Patrick Henry said nothing like that. These quotes are not real. You know, you find a quote. There's many quotes. You could pull them out of context. And they do. Pull them out of context and manipulate them for your dupes. Why do you make shit up? Because they're lazy. On top of being a bunch of grifters, you know, in order to be a con man like Trump, yeah, he is epically lazy. He doesn't come up with a new con. He just uses the old cons that have always been there. It's the same thing with the Republican Party. Why go find a quote that might fit your agenda because that might take some work? Just make a fucking quote up. Just make it up. They will not know the difference. The audience of morons will never fact check. They're not that swift to be to be there in the first place, and so that's why they'll simply applaud. And it goes to show you how much Republicans hate the people they're talking to, because they are literally counting on their ignorance. They know that no one in the audience is going to be like, that's bullshit. That's not a real quote. Yeah, and of all the petty crimes and misdemeanors these fuckers engage and inflict upon us, of course, this is one of the mildest, or put it in the column of it's not like Trump stealing our secrets to impress Putin with, right? But it speaks to a real, an underlying rot in the Republican Party. Why can't I talk tonight? It must be the cat scratch fever, but it does. That's what what I'm saying. It speaks to their inherent immorality, that they don't give a shit. They don't care about truth. They don't care about what the founders actually were trying to do, creating a constitutionally limited democratic republic in a world that was filled for thousands of years with monarchies. They don't care that was such a radical endeavor. They want to tear it down so much, and they have absolutely no respect for the founders that they're supposedly pulling quotes from. They don't give a shit. You think that Sarah Palin ever read a book on a founding father? Ever wrote a paper on a founding father? Or listened to a goddamn podcast on a founding father? You think she knew anything about any of the founders at all? Of course not. She's telling these assholes this fake ass quote, and they're applauding. But there's more.
Thomas Jefferson said, "When the people fear their government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty."
No, that's
Jefferson
not.
Said the government which governs least governs best.
Oh, this is one of their favorites. He never said that. He never said it. But you notice the pattern here. They take these quotes and then they share them. They keep repeating them. And then you'll have Trumpanzees putting them on memes, sharing them around the internet. All you got to do is, it takes minutes. Go to Monticello.org. There's a whole litany of fake quotes. It's so, that's, thinking about it now, it's such a epidemic that that Monticello.org, basically the Thomas Jefferson Library, that they felt the need to make an entire section on spurious quotes, debunking the spurious quotes. God.
And I think that is accurate.
Thomas Jefferson said,
Pence.
People fear their government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty.
Never said
Make
it.
no mistake about it. There is fear in the air.
I mean, from Thomas Jefferson forward, we've known that government which governs least governs best.
I believe, like Thomas Jefferson, that the government that governs least governs best.
That's Joe Scarborough.
And
never said it. Never said it.
Back to a quote by George Washington, who said, "Government is not reason."
Louis Gohmert. It's amazing. He's been in the House how many years? Louis effing Gohmert keeps getting reelected.
Eloquence. It is force. Like fire, it is a dangerous servant and a fearful master.
No, you're pulling that quote out of your ass. Why don't you just say, I don't know, somebody once said, fucking fire and government, dangerous master. They hate government, too. This is the other thing. What you think that the founders hated government? That's what they're trying to let their morons know. They're trying to trick their dumbasses stupid enough to vote for them that government that governs least governs best. What are you talking about? Does that mean government that doesn't tell you to, I don't know, you can't own other human beings? Government that doesn't tell you, what I mean? Like they don't. They love big government. This Republicon, whatever, this party, it's not a party, it's a cult, of course. But they, I mean, what am I trying to say? Let's just keep going.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, my God. This is Michael Steele. It gets on my nerves. Michael Steele is having a rebirth on MSNBC. He's constantly on MSNBC. And I don't forget all of his years as the head of the RNC, where he would never refer to the President Obama, as President Obama. He would call him Barack Hussein Obama. And, he was in the head of the RNC. Now he's so critical of Trump, but he was the head of the RNC when Sarah Palin was their VP choice. He's the one, and we've talked about it on the show before, who, when there was a class of young people that sang during Black History Month about President Obama becoming president. Barack Hussein Obama, President something, 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 right? I remember the clip. It's now disappeared off YouTube. But he's one of the Republicans that spread this clip all over their propaganda outlets, like kids are being indoctrinated because you're not supposed to be proud of your president. If that president is a Democrat, why wouldn't young people praise the first president who had darker pigment that got elected in this racist ass country? Why wouldn't that be something to admire during Black History Month, right? But Michael Steele he was part of, anyway, whatever. It just annoys me that there's this, it goes down the memory hole. The part they played in bringing us to this point in American history by whittling away at every pillar of democracy. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't start when Trump came down that goddamn escalator spewing his fascist bullshit. It started years ago. And yeah, I'm all about giving credit where it's due, but
once said, when the people fear the government, there is tyranny.
Unbelievable.
When the government fears the people, there is liberty.
And as Thomas Jefferson once said, when the people fear their government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty.
Patrick Henry wrote that the Constitution wasn't given or written or put down to restrain you. The Constitution was to restrain us.
As a constitutional conservative, I say vote for freedom and repeal Obamacare. I'll close with some words from Patrick Henry. Quote, "The Constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people. It is an instrument for the people to restrain the government, lest it come to dominate our lives and our interests."
Mr. Speaker, in closing, I'd like to quote Patrick Henry. He claimed the Constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people. It is an instrument for the people to restrain the government, lest it come to dominate our lives and interests.
For Thomas Jefferson said, "My reading of history convinces me that most bad government results from too much government."
Unbelievable. No.
Forefathers, the kind of a government that they envisioned was stated by Thomas Jefferson when he indicated that the government which governs best is the government which governs least. We've got to be about 1 million miles from that dream of Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson wrote that government is best that governs least. Likewise,
from Thomas Jefferson.
Oh my God.
When the people fear the government, there is tyranny.
That's I'm not a witch lady.
Fears the people, there is liberty.
And Patrick Henry, people remember that his life so dear, peace so sweet, that it could be purchased at the
Can you fucking believe this?
price of chains and slavery. He had one quote where he said the Constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people. It is an instrument for the people to restrain the government, lest it come to dominate our lives and interests.
Oh my God. Get them the fuck out of here, everyone. Right? Please get them the fuck out of here. They are unfit. They are unfucking fit. Excuse my language, but it's beyond. It's beyond them merely being tolerable. It's intolerable at this point. And of course, that was a montage created from years ago, and there's more. They never stop spreading their fake ass quotes. It never stops. I've had them sent to me on my Twitter feed or whatever. Somebody will respond to something with a meme, because that's how Republicans get their degrees. They get their degrees online on 4chan, sharing memes of spurious quotes, right? And someone will send me a meme. Lincoln said this. There's a lot of Thomas Jefferson fake quotes about guns, how people need guns. And it's all fucking just bullshit. They just make shit up. And it takes you 2 minutes to search. And I know, I'm like, this is bullshit. And I search. And it comes right, go right on Monticello.org. Spurious quotes. That government is best which governs least. See? Wait, it's not showing you that. Why is that? Interesting. Oh, it's because it's Safari. That's right. Yeah. No, he never said it. Look at that. Spurious quotation. All you got to do. See, and it shows you that they don't do any of the most basic due diligence at all, because that would require work. It would require them to have a level of intellectual curiosity too. Don't you want to know the truth? Don't you want to actually know what they said and what they were up to, what they were trying to do, what they were trying to accomplish with this thing? No, they don't. They don't. Because what this country is, it's only less than 250 years old, which is incredible, but also concerning given the fact that we've already had a civil war. We're now in a cold civil war, and God knows if we're going to last. If we do not beat these filthy fascists into legally and peacefully into history's trash pile in this next election. That's what's going to have to happen. What is that dinging in my ear? If they win, if the Republicans win, despite receiving fewer votes, of course, because they're up to their same old dirty tricks, limiting the power of the people to do anything about them. And that's always been the point. We from the founding of this country, and this is why when I was talking earlier about Joe Biden saying, hey, I'm not talking about all Republicans, I'm talking about MAGA Republicans. And here's some legislation we got that we got a couple of Republicans to vote for, bipartisan. He's always giving them a pat on the back when they don't deserve it. They really don't. And I understand, how could he say, I want to unite the country. You can't unite the country under republicanism. You have to unite it under democracy. Anyone who wants to come along for this ride, for this, this democratic republic, whatever, you're welcome. But if the party itself is so antagonistic and so hates democracy that they can't even, accept the true history of the country and the true mission statement and what we're trying to do here, right? All of that is revision. That's all fodder for their revisionist history, because they hate the actual thing we're trying to do. That's why the closer we got, and I say got because in the past tense, because of, I don't know, are we going to be able to keep moving forward? I hope so. But the closer we brought ourselves to expanding the franchise of democracy, to actually not being a bunch of hypocrites when it comes to our original mission statement of life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and for all, not just straight acting cis white men at the top. That's when Republicans, they don't even want to play the game anymore. They want to throw the whole thing out. They want the thing in the trash, because they've always hated democracy. They've always wanted a big white daddy. And I'm not talking, that, of course, we know what Stormy said. But to save them from, the scary, complex world of others who don't know their place. And that's what it's about.
There's a rule.
Right? Am I wrong? No, I'm not. I am not wrong. Let me see. Hold on a second. Anybody going to become a patron or not? I'm only kidding. That's that's the way I fill in the gaps in life. Even when I'm out buying coffee or something, like waiting online, I'll just say, please become a patron. People are like, what are you talking about? You're the patron here. I'm like, no. I mean at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. Hold on. Bad government results from too much government. That's another fake-ass quote. Oh, my God. The earliest known appearance in print was in 1913. Jesus Christ. Earliest known appearance attributed to Thomas Jefferson was in 1950. Where are they getting their shit from? Don't they have a staff? But, what do they care? As long as it, as long as it achieves their agenda to keep the dumbasses voting against their own interests. So let's see. Hold on. The quote, as far as McCarthy, his fake-ass quote, as Sam Brody from the Daily Beast continues, the quote appears so often on social media or inspirational websites attributed to Lincoln, but a review of historical records turned up no proof that he ever said those words. In 1986, Lehman Brothers placed a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal thanking its long-tenured employees. At the top of the page is a full quote that is attributed in some places to Lincoln. Some places online. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. It is the words that speak boldly of your intentions, and the actions which speak louder than words. It is missing the time when there is none. Wait. It is making the time when there is none. Oh, yeah, making the time. Coming through time after time, year after year. Commitment is the stuff of character. The power to change things is the daily triumph of integrity over skepticism. Although McWhirter found the quote in 1984 not attributed to Lincoln, the Lehman ad seems to have been the main source for the proliferation of the quote, with witnesses in congressional hearings referencing it while sourcing it to Lehman Brothers and business journals quoting it. Yet, at some point, Honest Abe was given credit for thinking it up. It appears to have been unattributed until the internet came along and people began attributing it to Lincoln. On the internet, there's a small epidemic of sage quotes falsely attributed to leaders and U.S. presidents, although there's no shortage of wise words Lincoln actually said. He is one of the most frequent victims of the trend. The rollout of the commitment to America is a big moment for McCarthy, a distant heir to Lincoln's leadership in the GOP. Can you imagine what Lincoln would say about these bottom crawlers? The California Republican, who has led the House Minority Conference since 2019, is the overwhelming favorite to be Speaker of the House, and God help us if he becomes Speaker of the House. Really. God help this fledgling country. It would be a spit in the face. You would be spitting in the face of Lincoln. You really would. Who wanted this republic to survive. So much so that he gave his life. for the Republic. He did. In the end, because Republicans, they never want to play nice. They're always just biding their time. They don't want to have a functioning United States. They want us. They want to just do what they want to do. Fuck the laws that we all pass and agree on. They don't want to play. They don't want to have to do what they don't want to do. They're like little babies who want to eat their Halloween candy for breakfast. Right? That's what it is. They want all the benefits of civilization, but they don't want any of the responsibilities we have to each other. They don't want to share the civilization with anyone who's not exactly like them for a myriad of reasons, most of which fall into the category of just being a plain old bigot, a racist, or a closet case. It's all fear when it comes down to it. Sad. They live very sad lives. They love, to be utter hypocrites. You know how much work that takes? Constant work. To constantly fool yourself. How you think you're a bastion of freedom when you're upset when people are actually free. When they have the freedom to go to a doctor when sick, let's say, or the freedom to be whatever fucking gender identity their God created them. The freedom to be themselves, to live authentic lives, or the freedom to not have to, bear children. You're not like if you, for whatever reason, which is none of your business or my business, you don't want to have a baby. And that's another story, of course, because Republicans, this is another thing. This drives me up the wall. Why Democrats don't lead with the fact that if you don't like abortion, vote Democratic, because the abortion rates go down under Democratic policies, and all that Republicans are doing is killing women. Which, anyway, what time is it? We only have about 9 minutes left. And in those 9 minutes, speaking of, let me just, because this happened right before we went on air, an Arizona judge says that that the state can enforce a near total abortion ban. That's on the ballot. Okay? All over the country, because we already know they want to make a national abortion ban. They don't want to expand universal health care, right? They don't want to back living wages or the economic security that actually reduces the level of abortions. They don't. They don't want to expand education and family planning in general. They don't want to make this country better. They want to elevate the people of this country so that if they have an unexpected pregnancy, that they can say, oh, okay, can I afford this? I wasn't planning on having another child, but I guess I can, because we can swing this or whatever. Because we know for a fact the number one reason women terminate pregnancies is because of economic concerns. They know that. We know that. It's indisputable. And not to even mention the fact that they want 11-year-olds who've been raped to have children, because there was that judge that said that a child was too immature to be able to have an abortion, but I guess not immature enough to raise a child. It makes absolutely no sense, but that's who they are. They won't lose a wink of sleep, though, over their hypocrisy. That requires a level of humanity. that they don't possess. So Arizona, this is from, where is this from? The PBS website. Arizona can enforce a near total ban on abortions. This particular law has been blocked for nearly 50 years, a judge ruled on Friday, meaning clinics statewide will have to stop providing the procedure to avoid the filing of criminal charges against doctors and other medical workers. The judge lifted a decades-old injunction that's been long blocked enforcement on the law on the books. Long blocked enforcement of the law on the books before Arizona became a state that bans nearly all abortions. The only exemption is if the woman's life is in jeopardy. Aren't they grand? Aren't they, we are benevolent, allowing women to live, maybe. The ruling they're just so fucking vile and hypocritical, and they hate life. They hate life like they hate democracy, like they hate patriotism. Everything about them needs to be exposed and smashed into oblivion legally and peacefully. The ruling means people seeking abortions will have to go to another state to obtain one. Well, until Lindsey Graham gets his way, and Uncle Clarence Thomas and his crackpot QAnon wife. The decision from the Pima County Superior Court Judge Kelly Johnson came more than a month after she heard arguments on Republican Attorney General Mark Brnovich's request to lift the injunction. It had been in place since shortly after the Supreme Court's 1973 decision in Roe v. Wade, which held that women had a constitutional right to abortion, based on privacy. But now that they've started to whittle that away, what kind of world they want us to live in? They're dragging us back to a world where they literally have us all by the balls. You understand? That's what it's about. It is about and restoring the intergenerational aristocracy, controlling the government. They hate government. They just don't like when government makes them or requests that they become a little bit more humane in general to each other. They don't like when government tells them that they can't, discriminate in some form or another. And it really comes down to that. It's just, if you don't want to have an abortion, don't get one. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody else that they need to carry a child? Because as soon as that fetus is, born, where's the Republican? It's telling the fetus, here's your vegetable. Eat your vegetable. Here's a ketchup packet. It's telling the fetus to, or the child, right, that it's it's nothing. It doesn't have, really the best thing is just another host from which to suck profit and discard. But what do you think people are, if they're having to have forced pregnancies, what do you think it's going to do to somebody's economic situation, in their life situation? It's not going to improve it. And what does that do to a child who isn't wanted? We're all going to have to live in this society that they help create. And the Republicans are out there telling people, well, it's a happy accident. Two wrongs don't make a right. These are the things they are saying. when an 11-year-old is raped, they're saying, well, good things can come out of bad things. As if an 11-year-old is somehow, that's their concern. Like, they give a shit about this 11-year-old. Or the child that they want to force an 11-year-old to raise. They're sick. Guys. Thank you. Yes, it is the Burn the Witch Coalition, Jim. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And thank you, Poppy Champlin. And thank you all for your support and your patronage. Thank you, Jim and Richard, for your super chats. We will win. We are on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, and democracy. Become a patron at patreon.com/Tara Devlin. We stick together, we win. My name is Tara Devlin. I said that like 5 times. And I will see you soon. Boom. Yep. Right. Haiku. This whole exception bullshit now makes us have Napoleonic law women. Have Napoleonic law women have to prove they are innocent and not guilty of having sex and liking it. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's what it's about, too. It is about control, but it is a response to women, being too uppity, frankly. Being too, you're not supposed to like it. As the old joke goes, sex is dirty. Only do it with the one you love. Dirty and disgusting, right? Only do it with the one you love. Errol says, please have Poppy, Nicole Sandler, and Kathy Griffin on your show for guests. How can I have on my show for one night all together as one? Together? I don't know. That might be a little confusing. I would love. I don't think Kathy Griffin would come on this show. Maybe. I don't know. We are having a guest on Wednesday. So tune in. An author is coming on. Tony Brasnoz. Hold on, I'll get his info in a second. I should have probably teased that earlier. I don't know. My head's up my ass. It's this cat scratch fever, I think, that I have. Fucking cats. Hate me. Why do you hate me, cats? Why can't you accept my love? Salty and spicy. Well, I was able to kiss little Spicy's head as I fed him earlier, so that's some progress. I gotta get him out of here soon, though. He's getting on my nerves. I feel bad for them. They're in a cage. I wish I could let them free in my room at least, but they are. I'm afraid if I let them out, they'll simply hide under my bed, and I won't get them. They won't come out. So let's see. If you join the Discord, you can see some videos of Spicy and Salty. I posted a video. A couple of them. I'll put some more up there. They're very cute. I know that she'll be fine, but Spicy, I feel bad. He's a real fucker, Spicy. He fucked me up, man. He scratched me. He knocked my glasses off my face. He's a fucking bastard. All right. Yes, Tony Brazan. I'm gonna have to get the pronunciation. Brasunas. Brazanas. Tony Brazanas. He wrote a book called Red, White, and Blind: The Truth About Censorship in America and the Rise of Independent Media, which aims to explore media distortion and disinformation in the U.S., as well as the upswell of independent media that has risen up to combat it. I thought that he'd be an interesting guest to talk about, because we're always talking about the corporate media. I agree. He writes, the corporate media is splitting us apart as a nation by telling different groups different versions of the same story. Worse, many of us hide our true thoughts for fear. This will be an interesting conversation. For fear of being shamed or canceled by those in our own families and communities. That's going to be a good conversation. Because I'm always, of the opinion, what's your true thought? That, I don't know. It's usually something to do with racism, homophobia, misogyny, fear of being canceled. I don't have a fear of being canceled. Like, of what? What am I going to say? That, if I was up here saying some of the horrible, bigoted things that people have been so-called canceled for, they're always like, oh, I'm being canceled. Well, what did you say? You don't have a constitutional right to go on Twitter and spread election lies or spread hate against a targeted minority group. Is that what you're doing? What's your opinion? Okay, but we'll talk about it. We will talk about it on Wednesday. Right, guys? All right, guys. Bitey and a salty. You're right. That's what I should have called them. Bitey and a salty. Yes, Winston says that's progress. It is. They're doing all right. I just wish I could. They are playing a little bit. I gotta get them the fuck out of here, though. I feel bad for my house cats, because they want the run of the house, as they always have, and they can't. And I have to lock them out of the room, and little Bitey and a Salty are in there, and every time I go in, they start hissing. That's what's another thing. They were like, I'm like, shut the fuck up with that. Did I get some snakes? Did I get snakes off the street? I thought these were cats here. Nobody wants a snake, I try to explain, but okay. All right, listen up, Hissy and Pissy. Yes. They're very cute. I wish I could show you. I wish I could just go grab little Salty. No, that would probably upset them. You know who I'm talking about. The producer. Who's asleep, everybody. The producer's asleep. All right, listen up. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and keeping me going. I don't know about growing, but you're at least keeping me going at this point. But I don't know. I guess it's fine. We're all good. Yeah. No, they're not. Errol says, hope the producer, Francis and Ray, can get along with Spicy and Salty. Spicy and Salty are just passing through. We rescued them off the street. They were born in a cemetery. And they're only being socialized here. They're going to their forever homes. This is not their forever home. There's no way. There's no way. So, yeah. I don't know. They have two. Well, we'll see what happens. The woman at the vet has expressed an interest in Salty. And one of the guys from the cemetery wants Spicy. I told him that Spicy is very spicy. He says he still wants him. They have to get fixed. And then they'll be the fuck out of here. Hopefully I don't know. Hopefully they'll be good. Yeah, it'll take a while to calm the hissing. Most ferals I've seen domesticated always hiss a bit as a reaction to surprises. Yeah, it might be. It just might be their way. Because they're not attacking anymore. Oh, when they just hiss. I'm like, all right. And I touch their noses. They stop. Yeah. Well, it was a milestone being able to kiss little Spicy's head. So, without him, that's what he looks like. That's an impression of Spicy. Not very nice. Not very attractive. All right. Guys, I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out. And remember, I will see you on Wednesday. Tell your friends. Give the show a good review on iTunes. Whatever. I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Tara Devlin. We will win. Yeah. We will. Hopefully some good news. I want to see good news. I don't want to see, like, a big dud. Like Matt Getz getting off for being a sexual predator. Okay. We're on the right side of history. We are on the right side of decency, dignity, and democracy. Thank you for hanging out. And thank you, Poppy, for coming on the show and making me laugh. We stick together. We win. My name is Tara Devlin. And I'll see you Wednesday night.